Alright guys, absolute treat of a video for you coming up. You're going to watch me watch the Olympic road race. I've avoided social media all day just so I can watch this thing. So you're going to watch me react in real time whilst not knowing who's won. First things first, let's skip forward at least 100 kilometers. Oh wait, now how do I find out what happened up to that point? I could watch Lantern Rouge's highlights. If I do that, probably going to find out the result. I skipped through it. How many of you sit through the whole thing? Let me know in the comments down below. I've raced twice in Japan. It's amazing already, like the scenery, the roads. I have to say the people, the Japanese people, extremely nice people. They're very disciplined and they're very courteous. Did you know as well that in Japan they have a thing called musical roads, where if you drive a certain part of the road at a certain speed, it plays a tune and you can like sing along in your car, I guess. Probably can't do that on a bike though. So I have read up about this race today. So obviously it's very hilly, and because I don't know what's happened, I know the profile, I know the race is going up a couple of climbs. I can't speak, so excited. I know the race is going up a couple of climbs. There's really high humidity. The question I have is, like, can Wout van Aert get over the climbs? Like the steep, like 10% or something, like 10% steep for like a long time.
Route can climb only 6.5 k's. But averages a quite nasty 10.6%, but the opening kilometre and a half.
For 6.5k? Average 12%. Oh man, they're not going to be enjoying that, are they? Can't wait for that bit.
Even given the current climate, not to have any atmosphere, but of course, safely shepherded in.
I've been there. Alright, some time has passed now. The road race, 240k, 6.5 hours with 4,800 meters of climbing. That's like a Grand Tour stage, isn't it? Don't get me wrong. This is the speedway here. And we went up this climb here. This is the climb we went up, which is an absolute monster. Don't tell Charlie. I'm having dinner on the sofa. She's not here tonight. Okay, they're coming up to the last climb, the big old climb. They're coming up to it now, but they're not mentioned like Carapaz like once. I don't think, like in the last 30 kilometers. We now got like 40 kilometers to go. Considering the man like was probably the only person to attack Pog during the Tour de France, like you'd never write off somebody who was like doing that well, you know, that long ago. Oh, it's all kicking off. Teo's just been dropped for GB. Tej Benoot is giving it full beans. Oh my word, this climb is filthy. Thing is, that is something I remember from racing out there, and that is the climbs can be savage, but the roads are just grippy. This is the first time I've seen Carapaz. 39 kilometers to go, just behind Pogacar. First time I've seen him. I don't know if I'm allowed to show like clips of the TV. I probably am. Belgium obviously riding at the front now, spending everybody just for Wout. It's a long way to go. I find it absolutely incredible that like these riders who've just finished the Tour de France have come straight here. They've had like less than a week or whatever it is, and like, you know, different time zone, different climate, different roads, like different kit you're riding in, because like, you know, it's not going to fit the same, it's not going to feel the same. All these things are like different, and they just pick like the one thing that is consistent is the fact they're pedaling a bicycle, and they just remember how to do it very well. Oh, Pogacar's attacked, but it's a seated acceleration. It's not even like a, you wouldn't call that a proper attack though. But it's like, it's so steep though, the climb, that you can do a seated acceleration and you still get the gap. It just takes people to look at each other, but fair play, like, you know, not afraid to take that risk and be the first one to go. So what's happened now is like these three riders now off the front on this climb: Pogacar, McNulty, Mike Woods. The issue was for Wout there, Wout van Aert, just observing in this moment now. He's now forced to ride on the front because he couldn't react to that acceleration. And that's a difficult pill to swallow now, because really he could just pull over and just let people to come through, which they probably wouldn't, because the team have been riding for so long. And they just look at him. So he's got himself in that sticky situation. he would have hoped, I think, to have had the legs to go with that, or maybe he didn't realise or didn't expect that to go. But he's still doing a good job. He's riding people off his wheels. So, oh, it's disgusting, this gradient on this climb. It is incredible. The only downside to this that I can see if Wout van Aert is riding these riders off his wheel is that he'll have nobody left to work with. So he either needs to get across or he needs to keep a group together. I really love the Olympics, watching it for a variety of reasons, but no more so than the fact that the kits that they're wearing are just plain, they're perfect, no sponsor splash all over it, like it's just super nice, clean kit. I tell you what, this is gonna be an amazing last 30 kilometers. I know you've already seen it. I love races like this where, like, at the end of 200 and whatever K, like there's no teammates, there's no, you know, cohesion. It's just like bang, 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 attack. Like normalized powers through the absolute roof at this point.
Well, it's having a good legs ride. It's all about modes. It's all about.
So Wout van Aert's doing the right thing, as are a lot of the riders. What happens is when you're in a breakaway like that, is you have to attack as hard as you can to bridge across to whatever it is that's in front of you. It's your only way, because if you just do a soft attack, which is something I always do because I don't have the snap, you always end up like dragging people across. You need to make it hard, so if somebody wants to come across with you, they're gonna have to go just as hard as you are. Oh no, nobody's followed it. Carapaz and McNulty have gone, and there's been like at least 40 seconds. It's knocking on for like a minute now of hesitation and nobody's done anything, and obviously everybody's tired. That was like a perfectly timed move, and Carapaz did a really good job of getting on it. Did you think this would be it? I don't know. I think this could be it. Like they've opened up like half a minute gap already. They're fully committed to this. So they're on the final climb. Well, it's like a little launch pad apparently. Carapaz could go now, really. I don't know if he will, but he could. Trying to pick like who would win out of the two of them is virtually impossible, especially when you think about like there's a gold medal on the line and they've ridden for like 6.5 hours. So yeah, like who would have been your pick when you were watching this live? 9k to go. What has happened? Like Wout van Aert goes full ham on that final climb, brings it down to 15 seconds a gap, if that's right. And the only issue is that everybody else who's with him has got dead legs and doesn't look like they can help or don't want to help. But wow, it's come down to the wire. I thought those two were away. Whoa!
Well, clearly Richard Carapaz sensed that the American.
And this is gutting now for McNulty, because that gap has come down. McNulty's gonna get swallowed up. I can see it coming. He's gonna finish outside the medals, and Carapaz is going for it alone with 6k to go. What? And it wasn't even an attack. Look at this. Well, it was, but he just kind of like, well, rides off. But McNulty stands up and couldn't go with him. It's just great to see. Like, it's great to see so many world-class riders absolutely swinging. Like, no legs. You know how like we feel at the end of like a club ride? Like that's how they feel like right now. It's so nice to see an athlete given absolutely everything. That was a strong old finish, that. So group sprint coming in behind. Who's gonna take second and third? Oh no, Wout and Pogacar. Yates is going early. That's bold. He's going long on the other side of the road. That's a good call. McNulty. Wow, that's some finish. That's some finish there. Pogacar and Wout. I called that one. The Olympic Road Race 2021. That's not my little reaction video. No, you just had to sit through me reacting to it. But if you did, then it shows you appreciate my opinion and my insight into these things. So I appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and congratulations, everybody. See you in the next one.
How do we first to the country? How do we first to the country?